So all of the York players are centralised to what must be the Lancaster half of the pitch. Oh, we've got some runners, and we've had a conversion kick. And the flags have gone up, which means they've gone in, which means York had the try? Again, you will find out when I do what is going on here. But it did look like there was a conversion kick that went through the little H at the end of the pitch. Oh, my commentary is so much better when I actually know what's going on, I think. Well, I'd like to say that. I wouldn't actually know because I'm very biased towards myself, but here we are. We've had a kick from a York player. It goes to 11 of Lancaster, who makes a run for it. Oh, number 2 got... Oh, my goodness, that's a lot of people on the floor. That's a lot of mud. They seem to be making some sort of pyramid currently. There's a lot of pointing and shouting. And the ref has said, absolutely not, that's too much piling, it's time to get up now. York are in possession, number 8 specifically, tosses it towards, just vaguely towards the sort of pile of York men, and it's going towards number 9, it looks like. Ref gives him a little pat on the back. I wonder if this is a conversion. Okay, so before, I believe it was Lancaster who scored because it would make sense that they convert. Yeah, they did their conversion kick towards their end of the field, which usually means that they're the ones doing the conversion kick. Wow, we're learning together, folks. That's what university is all about at the end of the day, learning. We've got somebody kneeling. I believe, yeah, this has got to be it. Is this a conversion kick? I hope so, because otherwise I'm just going to be waffling about nothing. Oh, we've got some really nasty language coming from the crowd here. Shocking for a sports game. Never heard any of that before. Right, let's find out what number 9 of York is made of here. Limbering up. I'm just going to let the ambience speak for itself here. It's a nice steady roar coming up. Number 9. And it goes... Does it? Does it go? It's actually really difficult to tell from this specific angle because depth perception is hard enough as it is, but especially when you're like looking at it from a 30-degree perspective, it's anybody's guess. I mean, if you're watching the stream, which I hope you are, if I really hope you are watching the stream, because otherwise you're just as lost as I am, then you may have seen the score update, potentially. Hey, message in. I don't think there's a way to message in, but if there is, message in. Tell me who's won. Tell me who's winning, rather. Okay, we're on Lancaster's half of the pitch once again, and a York member with a ball has gone down. Ooh, less of a pile-up than last time. We've seen steady improvements in the sort of car crash-esque... Nope, I spoke way too soon. There's already more men on the floor. And the ball's down once again. I feel like this is going to be an exercise of me repeating myself for, I want to say 60 minutes? Sure, let's say 60 minutes. That sounds like a vaguely safe guess. Number 14 of York running towards the ball there, but the flag goes up. The ref has put the flag up, which I'm sure means something is awry here. Yep, there's been a pause in the play. But it's York possession, which can... I wonder what that means. Maybe it's a penalty. Actually, that would make the most sense, I think, is if it's a penalty kick. Oh, so before, that probably wasn't a conversion kick because there was no try. Right, yeah. Once again, learning institution, folks. Learning institution. Okay, we've got a nice little line of Lancaster boys at the moment. We had a few York players try and jump up to catch that ball, and they're in a pile once again. They're in a pile. I'm so tempted to just go up to a crowd member and be like, hey, do you know what's going on? Because I don't. But I feel like that could be quite dangerous for Ofcom purposes, so I'm probably not going to do that. And I don't imagine my producers would be very happy with me either. So we're just going to continue to fly this solo and try and sneakily read the information webpage that I've got up on my phone here. Technology, folks, it's beautiful. We've got another pile on the Lancaster half of the pitch. We've played most of this game on the Lancaster half, and there's a celebration, which I think means there's a try, actually, because they're quite far on Lancaster's end of the pitch, which probably means it's time for another conversion. Let's find out if I'm correct. Yeah, there's somebody running on with a green-looking cone. Oh, wait, no. Is there a medic running onto the field? Quite possibly. There's a man with 2 big boxes in his hands. Oh, that might be water. It is. It's water. It's water. Stay hydrated, folks. If you haven't had water in a little bit, go have a sip. I think there might be some players getting ready to. Sorry, someone was trying to get my attention. I was very confused for a second there. We are just waiting on the ref to blow the whistle for this next part of the. Yep, there's the conversion. Beautiful stuff. And I think it went through. I'd imagine so. I don't know what would disqualify a conversion kick other than it not being within the post. So we'll find out. We will indeed find out. The game must have one referee and two touch judges. I don't see. I can only see two. Oh no, never mind. I just can't see. There are three men on the field in blue shirts who tend to be the sort of bosses of the game. We've had a nice little bounce from a York player of the ball. And we've got a big old kick to the York half of the pitch. Number 11, Lancaster passes to number 2, who passes to number 5, and men down. But number 7 is sort of trying to break through that wall of York men. It's not quite going as planned, I don't reckon. But Lancaster regain possession. Number 10 punts it towards the other half of the field, where number 9 of York is receiving it. Oh, we've got a nice... Was it a nice tackle? I guess it depends on whose side you're on. But they're on the floor now, once again, with the ball, I assume. Oh, there's a whistle blown from the ref, which either means somebody's eyes have been gouged out or the play has ended. Maybe it's time for a penalty kick. We'll see in a few moments, won't we? We will see. Someone's grabbed the ball. It's in York's possession at the moment. There's some lining up. The ref has now indicated where exactly he wants it kicked. Yeah, that looks like a penalty kick to me. And it's gone way off into the trees. I don't believe rugby pitches extend to the forest, but maybe they do things differently here in Lancaster. That joke would have been funnier if I landed it correctly, but hey, here we are. There's a flag up once again. I really do like the colour of the penalty flags in rugby. It feels very serious. You've got, because you've got in football the yellow cards and the red cards. Let me not pretend like I know much about football, but I at least know that. But you've got the yellow and red flag at the same time. It's sort of, you're skirting on the edge of danger. And also, I suppose rugby is a sport where you don't expect to lose the ball as much, so I think we were just waiting for a replacement to come up. We had some athletes being launched into the air. Ooh. There's a celebration from the other pitch, but I don't care about that. I'm watching rugby. We had some people being thrown into the air trying to catch the ball, and then it sort of dropped off from there. So I guess we're waiting for the next play. It's a lot of sports, isn't it? Just waiting for the next play. A lot of thinking, a lot of waiting in the wings. There's men on their knees, which means scrum time? I wonder. We'll find out in a second. Yeah, it looks like it, because there's somebody with the ball, and they're about to throw it into the middle. Who's going to come out victorious? I really do wonder what the sort of physics of a scrum is, but that's not my department. York is in possession of the ball now after it comes out of the scrum. Oh, we've got a Lancaster pickup there. Number 15 getting through those defenders from York. The numbers are all a blur now because they're all on top of each other. Number 6 of Lancaster really barreled through for a second. Valiant effort, but there were about 3 men on him, and he went down. And there's more. How on earth do the professionals do this? I genuinely do not know. We're in Lancaster possession still. We're desperately trying to get onto the Lancaster half of the pitch, and it's not really going in that direction, it seems. Number 10 to number 22 of Lancaster. A few York athletes trying their mightiest. Number 14 of Lancaster absolutely going for it and gets a try. Now, I may not know a lot about rugby, but I do know a try when I see one, and that was one of them, which means it's our favourite time, conversion kick. Look at me flexing my 2 whole vocabulary terms for rugby. Very proud of myself currently. Patting myself on the back, except my hands are a bit numb, so I can't really feel it, but that's okay. That must be really nerve-wracking, being the other team, sort of just waiting to see whether or not the try gets turned into a better try? That's definitely not the term for it. But I'm assuming the points exist on their own, and then with the conversion kick, you can convert the score to be higher? We've got a nice placement of the ball from number 10 of Lancaster, who is lining up to do this kick. Ref looking very serious, making sure everything is all official, as refs mostly do. And the kick goes up, and it goes through. I don't think York has scored yet. I might be completely wrong about that, but so far. In fact, let me convene with my producers for 1 second because I don't have visual of this. It is currently 5-3 to Lancaster, which means that York did score a try at some point that I missed, which I mean is not shocking because this angle is bad. Oh, we've got some really rough and tumble stuff happening on the pitch. Oh, to the point where, oh no, male aggression. It's begun. There's a lot of incensed shouting from the crowd. Something's awry, something's amiss. The ball is in York's hands, number 9. Oh, there's some reprimanding going on between members of the Lancaster team. I do wonder what happened there. Another one of life's mysteries. York have got a penalty kick, though, and it goes way left field. Well, left field for York's perspective, I suppose. And the flag goes up, which I guess means out. Although there's a Yorkshire chant going on now. I haven't heard one of those in ages, to be completely honest with you. They seem to be drowned out most of the time by Lancaster's lot, which makes sense because we are on their home turf. Number 2 of York picking up the ball, taking it out from the sidelines, bringing it in. We had a nice high throw of one of the players, number 7 of York, it looks like. Oh, the ref said something's not right. Which means it's time for... I love trying to figure out what the play is based on how the players congregate. I think this might be just a penalty kick, to be honest. Yeah, because the ref sort of did a bull type. Oh no, he's going outside of the outline. That's interesting. I don't believe I've seen that yet, apart from like a few seconds ago. Okay, and oh, that was a beautiful catch from the Lancaster player. And now there's about 15 men. And the ball's outside of that, so I don't even know what the point of that was. The ref says that ball is out. It went onto the Lancaster half of the pitch for a second. There were 2 York boys just absolutely legging it after it, but it did not. I mean, it didn't come to pass, obviously, because the ball is now down on the ground, quite lonely, it looks like, until it gets picked up by York player, who then passes it to number 2. And we're sort of back where we started a few minutes ago, with one group of men around the ball and another group of men waiting for the ball to be thrown. We're going from almost the exact same position right by the camera, which I'm sure is making for a lovely shot right now, that I cannot see. Ooh, that was a really late throw from the York pyramid. Oh, this is ridiculous. Not the game, just this commentary. Lancaster player is being dragged, was being dragged by his midriff. Wow. It's incredible what you can get away with based on, like, what sport you're playing, basically. Oh, hello. Thank God. Thank you. You are so lucky, folks, because we've got somebody who actually knows what they're talking about. I've been flying absolutely blind here. I've mostly been saying things like, oh, there's a pile of men on the floor now. So that's what I've been saying. We've got a penalty kick, I believe, right now.
If he gets this in, it'll be 3 points.
Ah, that's where they got the 3 points from earlier. Woohoo. Excellent stuff. Okay, we've got the York crowds being all excited. Number 9 limbering up for the kick. There's a lot of anticipation right before it.
I saw the one he got earlier. It was a good one. It was a solid goal kick.
Okay, and both refs said that's okay, which means it's now 6-5 to York.
York in the lead.
All right, number 10 is in possession of Lancaster right now. We're going back towards the center of the pitch where the magic happens, apparently. Number 10 lines up, does a little kick, and York is ready to catch that. Oh, a dog pile. We had 10 from Lancaster on the floor there for a second. We've got about 4 Lancaster players just sort of warring over the ball right now, and a whistle has been blown, which to me means probably a penalty kick. Yeah. That's usually the case.
Can either kick for goal like we did.
Yeah.
Can kick the sidelines like we're doing now.
Yep. Ooh, that was a good receive by Lancaster. Ooh, he did a little dodge moment. 24 from Lancaster was the one running with the ball until he was unceremoniously tackled, yeah. Well, I guess, no, there is ceremony for it. It's rugby. That's sort of the whole sport, isn't it? Like tackling, running and tackling, and balls being on the floor.
Ball goes backwards, you go forwards.
There we go. And where... Oh, that was quite a dramatic jump. Wowee. We've had a helter-skelter. There's so many different types of fireworks that have been going off around Lancaster during this Roses event, and that was one of them. We've got...
Kick and go. Still in possession of the ball.
Kick and go, enlighten us. What is that?
Ball off the floor from the back of the ruck and run straight into contact without casting.
All right. Well, we had another Lancaster player being dragged by his haunches there. Number 5 of York getting up from the ground. And number 10 of Lancaster running, trying to pass to a teammate. Ooh, did it work? Whistle has... I didn't even hear that one. That was a sneaky, short whistle. Where are we headed?
This is a Lancaster penalty.
Lancaster... Oh, that's not good for York.
Yeah, they are. Going for goal.
Yeah, that makes sense. Are they allowed to go for goal even if they're not on the scoring side of the pitch, like scoring half? Whoa. Yeah, of course, that makes sense. Oh, there's a drone. You might be getting drone shots at the moment. Scary, our evil overlords. Just kidding, it's just the camera ops. It's the FBI. What are the FBI doing at the varsity competition? Honestly. All right, we're lining up for this kick. And it's in. Which means another 3 points to Lancaster, which makes it 8-6 to Lancaster currently. While you can't trust my knowledge on rugby, you can vaguely trust my numeracy, so... But you can also just look at your screens. Trust your eyes more than me. York's in possession of the ball, but we're running back towards the centre once again for the next play.
York will kick off here for Lancaster to receive.
And we've got everyone running at full tilt on the York side. Beautifully received by 3, who goes down by 5 of York. Did not want any sort of play happening there. Shut it down quite quickly. And the ref says no. Okay, then. So what causes a scrum to be called in the first place?
Can be called from a penalty.
Right.
But most of the time they happen if the ball is knocked on in open play.
Knocked on.
Comes forward out of someone's hands.
So you have to pass behind, don't you? Right.
Thrown to another player or is just dropped forward.
Then it's scrum time. Okay. And when it's to the other team, it means they get to throw the ball into the centre. Okay.
Then scrum half.
Right.
Of the front row.
Okay. And they broke formation for a second there. Clearly it wasn't an acceptable scrum to the ref.
Stable.
Okay. You're going to make sure your man pyramid is stable before you throw the ball in. Yeah, that's fair enough.
Scrums can get dangerous.
Oh, I can imagine. Oh, there's a Lancaster player who's sort of trying to straddle for dear. Yeah. Wow. Flexibility from number 7. Woof. Goodness me. That one's going to hurt in the morning. All right, have they abandoned the scrum now? Or are they just reshuffling to a less wet patch of ground?
studs in the floor.
Yeah, I was going to say this is the sport best played with studs, I'd imagine, because I'm in Crocs currently and it was treacherous getting over here. So I cannot imagine trying to do this in trainers.
And this is the 4th game that's been played on this pitch today.
Oh, no. So, yes, I can imagine. And we're scrumming once again. Lancaster player feeds it. Well, we'll be feeding it in a second. It's fed in, but it's at the back. It's gone to number 12, who is running for it, to 22, who gets tackled by 13 of York, I believe. 14. I thought that was 14 on 14 action just then. And the ball is back in Lancaster's possession momentarily. Although, again, there's a lot of men on the floor now, so it's all to play for. Lancaster gets it back. And we're on the floor again. Oh, goodness me.
Big pile of men on the floor is called a ruck.
A ruck. Ooh, rugby. Well, I mean, not quite, but still. Ah, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense to me.
So Lancaster's still in possession.
Although that York player was really trying to make it not so. There's a lot of sort of flinging oneself around another person, it seems. Number 7 from Lancaster. Oh, gets intercepted. Oh my goodness, that was disrespectful. And he's gone. And he's on the floor. I would honestly tackle him too. I'd be miffed. Who was that? Number 8 of York. That was impressive play from him, though. Okay.
Floor, you have to release the ball.
Oh, so he held on to it. So it's basically a surrender immediately, or else. Okay. And I suppose because otherwise you could just cradle it. And that would make for a slightly less interesting game, I'd imagine. There's already been quite enough of that without holding on to the precious diamond. All right, we're just waiting for the penalty kick to be set up, I believe. Where's that little cone? Where's that pesky green cone on the floor?
Oh, so I think they're going to kick to the touchline here. So they kick to the touchline, and where it goes out, they get a line out.
Oh, and that's when you throw it back in. Aha! Cool. Okay, so a flag has gone up, which means this is where it is being played in from.
It's usually your hooker, your number 2, throws in.
Right.
Forwards will lift each other up.
Yeah, we've been seeing a lot of that. Once again, there's so much overlap between male athletes and ballet, I've seen. I did lacrosse yesterday. There was some beautiful twirls, although I've been told I'm not allowed to call them twirls, they have to be rolls. So, but they're functionally the same thing. Sorry, lacrosse players. Yeah, I've seen some beautiful. Oh. Well, it remains to be seen. Yep, York in possession. Oh, wow. Someone just got winded. Winded severely. My goodness. Yeah.
90 degrees, so you can't drop them head first.
You can't be perpendicular. That's good. Yeah. Because this is not a sport that is played with helmets. Whether or not that's a good idea, not for me to say. The flag goes up, which means it's going to be, is it tie-in? And what's the throwing in called again? Line out. Oh, so there's a line in and a line out? Or is it just line out? I just got confused. That's fine. Oh, beautiful throw of a player there. A maul. What, with an L? Oh, as in like, I'm going to maul you. Yep, that makes sense. Oh, there's so many people on the floor. And they're running towards the Lancaster half of the pitch again. It's gone. Oh my god, there's a York player tripping over a Lancaster player. They're crawling. It's great when the resident rugby expert also doesn't know what's going on. It makes me feel better.
For something.
Probably one of the 20,000 trips and kicks that just went on there. Yeah. Ball goes up, but the ref says, that's where it's being played from, which means another line out.
See what rugby is to someone who doesn't know it.
The thing is, right, both of my parents watch it. My granddad loves it. I just never absorbed it. Never. I can't wait to watch the first bit of this back and just put my head in my hands because I really was just going off of nothing. We've got a nice line. Oh, that was really good. It's in Lancaster's possession. Well, I mean, obviously. Oh, we've got some booing from the York side of the crowd there. A bit rude. The ref is trying with all of his might to figure out what exactly is going on the floor there.
On York's goal line.
Woof. Okay, which means conversion kick time, yes?
2 points if you get them.
Oh, right. Which begs the question, and I've asked this to my mum before, and I don't remember her answer. Why is it called a try if it's 5 points? Yay!
Right, worth anything.
Oh.
So, it takes the point.
Right.
Putting the ball down over the line gave you a try
Mm.
to get the points.
Okay, interesting. Did Lancaster just score? That was Lancaster try, right? Who's doing points right now? Oh. Yeah, we're a bit confused at the moment. And is that a correct conversion? Oh no. Which means they only get the try, which is the 5 points. So they were.
You might have a spectator at half time.
Yeah, I think that puts Lancaster up to 13. They're going to try. No, the kick didn't go through. It's just the try. No. Sorry, we're still convening on scores here. Right, ref is saying something to a York player. Ah, I see. And we've got the full tilt sprint. Love that part. 11 from Lancaster picks up that ball, releases it quite nicely to 24. And we're in another pile, which is called a ruck.
To York, the same thing as earlier, so for holding.
Not releasing it.
And then so they forward. Probably because Lancaster are getting a bit bottled.
Ooh.
Refs don't like swearing. Sometimes if you swear
Yeah, I can imagine there's a lot of that. There's a lot of ego. Oh, that was a rough hit taken by number 8 of York. He's got his head cradled and it's gone into a... Oh, wow. That's a lot of kicking. Touching, says the ref, which is clearly not allowed in a contact sport, apparently. Number 8 tries to grab it. There was a kick to number 1 from Lancaster. Number 2 from York tries his best to get there. Is that a throwdown? No.
penalty advantage.
Okay, penalty advantage to York. Yeah.
Ref just having a word with practice.
Oh, they have microphones. I wonder if they're in the mix currently. I really hope they are, but I don't imagine they would be. Ah. It would be so good because I know that they do in certain like televised rugby events like internationally, which is really fun. 22 of York does a fake kick there.
Tap it and go
Okay.
to yourself, and then you can.
Number 8 of York was on the floor getting a shirt peeled back for a second there. Not sure how that was necessary. Sometimes I've found maybe 90% of it. Oh, and there's a try. Excellent stuff. That's 5 more points to York so far. Can they make it 7 with the conversion? Let's see. I believe it's 18, but please do not quote me on that. We've got some enthused Yorkshire chants at the moment, and we've got an injury potentially. There's men with boxes running onto the pitch, and that's the only time. Oh no, I keep doing that because last time that's exactly what it was as well. I just keep getting scared that someone's gotten injured. It does. And it's time for that sweet, sweet conversion. Well, it begins with a 1, but I don't know. 12! Yay! A nice dozen goes in for the conversion kick. Limbering up, we've got some York fans enthusiastically cheering them on. Yeah. And it's really picking up and messing with the visibility on the York half of the pitch, which is great. But what can you do? Nice kick, and that's a conversion. That's 7 points to York. York 15, I believe it is Lancaster 18, but once again, we will have to reconfirm. Okay, and we're waiting to go into the middle once more. Lancaster with possession of the ball, number 10 running towards the centre as we speak. How long does each half of the game last? 40 minutes, okay. Okay, that's not too bad. Okay, yeah, I think that makes sense. Wet pitch and all. Number 10 kicks, and it gets picked up. 24 grabs possession there, and goes down valiantly, but goes down. Which players are the best to be speedy in this sport? Okay. Yeah. Oh, you have to have set numbers in rugby. Okay, because I was looking at the numbers on their Instagram, and I was like, oh, why is it all incremental? Usually sports lads don't like doing that.
1 and 3 are props. 2 is a hook. 2 is 20%.
Yep, I read that and giggled. Okay, is that in the scrum? Cool.
6 and 7 are flankers. Number 8 is just called a number 8.
Okay.
10 are fly half.
We've just come out of a scrum, by the way. Lancaster in possession. Does a nice throw towards... Oh, someone's face down on the grass. That was not pretty. But we're still in Lancaster possession, and we are running valiantly towards that try line. But York are not letting up.
All really start to add up.
Yeah. There's a lot of counting and maths involved. Oh, that looks like it might... That might make it. Lancaster goes for the try. Well, I mean, the pile of Lancaster goes for the try. And we're waiting for the ref to call.
There's a York player underneath that ball.
The final countdown. Okay. $15. Lancaster are quite possibly on 18 at the moment. We've got a kick from York, and that's going towards centre field once again. Number 19 of Lancaster passes to number 10.
Doing that excellently. Great catch. 24 in possession again.
To 12. Pass back to 24, he'll sprint. He sprints quickly, but he goes down quite easy.
That's the payoff.
Yeah.
Being small but fast or big but slow.
Oh, a nice tackle from number 18 of York.
Yeah, excellent tackle.
Supported by his teammate, whose number I cannot see because he will not turn his back on me. Oh, it's number 8.
Oh.
And it's out. The ball, that is.
Yeah.
Which means it's time for somebody to do a tie-in.
It is a York line-out. It will be, I believe.
Line-out, that's the one, not tie-in.
Unless...
Where have I don't know where I'm getting these terms from. I'm making up new sports as we speak. Roses 2025, keep your eyes peeled.
New sport incoming.
Yeah. I mean, we've got canoe polo tomorrow, which is...
Oh my God, it looks amazing.
It looks so violent, and I'm saying that standing on a rugby pitch. So that means something.
But polo's pretty deadly, I think, sometimes.
Yeah, and with kayaks, it's mad.
Trying to drown each other. Okay, so we've got a Lancaster penalty here.
Kick.
Going again for the kick.
Are we going for goal here?
Yeah, they will be.
Number 10 lining up for this kick. There's a lot of chatter from the crowd, but not a huge amount of encouragement. Oh, we've got a nice explicit sign.
Oh, hits the post and bounced back out. So that doesn't count.
Oh.
York are in possession.
That must have smarted.
Yeah. Okay, penalty to York here.
Penalty to
Not
York.
convinced what for. Difficult to tell from here.
Swearing, perhaps.
Could be anything.
The wind changed.
Felt like it.
So we've got a York player in possession of the ball right now. Lancaster fanning out.
I suspect he'll be kicking this to the touchline, which is why all these players here are lining up against it. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, and it goes into the crowd.
Into touch. Definitely getting that line out.
Yeah. And the ball gets graciously thrown back onto the pitch. That's nice of them. Some people just keep them.
Yes, we've only got one, so I don't think they can keep it.
Yeah, I have seen people legging it into the woods.
Send a rugby player after them. I'll get it back.
All right, we've got number 2 of York on the sidelines, ready for the line out. We had a very early throw from Lancaster.
I think there was a bit of miscommunication there.
Whoopsie.
Goes over everyone's heads and into Lancaster's hands.
And there's a Lancaster player on the floor, and he's not getting... Oh, no, he let go of possession. He's smart. Number 18 of Lancaster grabbing that ball and going down.
Oh.
Whistle has been blown.
I think we're going back for a penalty advantage.
Okay, then. That goes to Lancaster, correct?
Yes. Oh?
Unless...
Maybe. Oh, I think he might have gotten a call from the assistant referee. So we'll wait and see what he says.
Ooh, we've got some gesturing, we've got some communication going on. Ref on ref. Let's find out who's the most outraged by this call. The crowd or the players. It's always a fun game I like to play. Yesterday we could hear booing from on campus, which for those of you who don't know...
That's quite a ways away.
...is quite a walk. And sound doesn't travel that quickly. But the outrage of university students does, apparently. So we're still waiting on what this play is.
I think it's a Lancaster penalty.
Okay.
Ref had a word with the York captain, so it might be that they're on a warning for a yellow card.
Uh-oh.
Not guaranteed, though. So
Nothing
10 here kicking to the touch.
And that's safely in the touch area, which means it's time for another line out.
Yeah.
I got it right this time. Let's go. Number 2 of Lancaster sprinting towards.
Trying to find a ball.
Trying to find the ball.
Oh, he's having to climb over the hoardings.
Yeah, he's going off into the woods. We might not see him again. And he's back. Lovely and reliable, these lads. Oh, that flag excellently waving in the wind. It's actually orange and yellow, I've realised. I was saying it was red and yellow earlier.
Yeah.
That was a beautiful catch from the Lancaster player after that line out.
So another ball rolling towards the try line. And Lancaster broken off.
There's another pile, but the ref has called something.
Another penalty to Lancaster, I think.
Oh.
York could be in trouble here if they keep giving away penalties. The ref again having a chat to their captain.
Lots of stern words, I imagine. Number 2. Oh, wait, actually, no, not number 2 of Lancaster. It's actually number 10, it looks like.
Yeah. That'll be a tap and go. Drive for the line.
We had a nice flip from number 2 of York.
Always good.
Oh, no. It's about 3 York players on the floor at the moment. The ref is desperately trying to figure out what's going on, just like us. I'm just kidding. He probably does know what's going on.
You'd hope, wouldn't you?
You would hope, but then again... Nah, these guys are paid for this.
Oh, that's going to be a card for York.
Is it?
Question is, who's going to get it?
And what colour will it be? Yellow, probably,
I think it'll be yellow. Which is, if you're not a rugby
reaching into
player,
his pocket. And that's a yellow
card for...
Number 8, it looks like? Unless, no, it's not.
Whoever's running off.
5?
Yeah, that's my guess.
I don't know. He needs to turn towards me. Please, sir. No, that looks like a number.
Or it
I
might
have
be
no clue.
Oh, turn the other way.
I honestly cannot see.
And
Oh, 18. Number 18 is off the pitch.
And I believe that was a Lancaster score.
What? While I was trying to figure out the number, that's how fast this game goes, folks.
Another 5 for Lancaster.
A beautiful, victorious try, which puts them at a possible 23.
Yes, possibly.
Which means it's conversion time. Ooh,
Yeah.
but there's other people on the pitch right now. Is that half time?
Oh, I think it might be half time. There you go.
Yeah, that looks like a half-time call to me, which means it's time for us to figure out what the scores actually are.
We have to go ask someone.
I
Do you want to hold the mic?
Is it possible to bottle? We've got our resident expert doing a little run to go and figure out the actual proper scores because I cannot be trusted with numbers. It is currently half-time. For those of you just tuning in, this has been a really interesting first half. Apologies if you've been tuned in the entire time for having to listen to whatever on earth my commentary was earlier. Thankfully, we've got someone who actually knows what they're talking about, who has already taught me quite a lot. Once again, as I always say, university is a learning institution and we're learning as we go. So we are quickly trying to confirm the scores during half-time. We have been told that half-time usually lasts between 5 and 10 minutes, and they've been on the shorter side today. So I can imagine it'll be closer to that 5 figure. We've got some huddles going on. Oh, we've already got an answer. Excellent stuff. What are we at?
This just in, it is 27-13.
It's 27-13. I somehow missed four points. How did I do that?
I don't know.
That's okay. It's really impressive.
It might have been 2 conversions. You might have forgotten to add them.
Quite possibly.
Nice man in the crowd told me.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, so we're now huddled up for warmth, I imagine, because it is getting a bit chilly.
Like penguins.
It's for strats. Yes, like penguins. And the ball is the egg.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's like Blue Planet.
They're
That's
doing
crazy.
that little like shuffle thing where they all rotate round to get warm.
Wait, Blue Planet doesn't have penguins, does it? I wouldn't know. I've never watched
I don't know. I don't think I've seen it.
Well, it's a good thing we're not commentating on that then. We'll leave that to Attenborough, shall we? So, I believe the rugby men's first has already happened, has it?
No, so we've had women's third team, then it was the men's third team.
We had
then
women's second.
Women's second, and then this is the men's second.
So, finale is tomorrow then.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because I think volleyball went the other way because I believe it was the men's first.
Yeah, I think they worked down.
Yeah. I wonder what the ethos for that is. Oh, they've split off into 2 little sub-teams, it looks like.
Yeah, I'm not really sure why they've done that.
Maybe some of the players need to be told off a little bit extra and the other ones need to keep the morale up, you know.
You guys are doing good. You guys
need to calm down. You guys need to stop swearing at the ref. You're getting carded. Which is not a tactical play, I've been told.
Doesn't tend to be.
You don't want to get a pro tip for those of you trying to get into sports. Don't annoy the people who make the calls about whether or not your points go through.
Yes, this is good advice.
Thank you, I do try. You've got people running off to the sidelines.
So
you said there's only 1 ball, but I can count about 5 over there. Are they not valid balls to play with?
Yeah, so there's a match ball is only allowed to be used twice, and then it's not a match ball anymore. It can only be used for training.
I see.
So they're probably balls
Training
that one of the teams have brought with them for practice.
Okay. Wow, so rugby is not a very sustainable sport.
No, not really.
Oops.
Unfortunately. And honestly, the amount of tape that gets used.
Oh, yeah. No, I do know that one, but I know that from anime, which is really not something I should have admitted on air, but here we are.
Rugby?
There is a rugby anime that I was very obsessed with.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, because it's not good. It's entertaining, but it's not good. So,
Yeah,
and I don't imagine. Plus, most of them are very sort of, how do I say this that's Ofcom appropriate? Live, quite slim and
yeah,
slight.
not really the
particular
build for a rugby player.
Not the rugby builds that you'd necessarily think of.
Yeah.
Okay, we're back on the pitch now, which means I think half-time is almost over.
Yeah, they'll be getting ready to kick off in just
Doing some
a
limbering
second.
up and stretching. some conversation going on between the ref and number 10 at the moment. I'm trying to find a place to put my foot that isn't muddy and isn't occupied by a cable, which is harder than you might
with
think.
that.
Honestly, yeah.
I've given up.
Yeah.
These were new jogging bottoms, man.
Oh no. Nice kick from number 10 of York.
Oh,
and it
nicely
goes
fielded
gladly into Lancaster's hands, who goes straight down. I think that was number 18. Belly on the floor. Oh, someone goes rough and tumble on their back.
Oh,
like a turtle.
it's a disco throw.
Oh my goodness. That could have been on the martial arts stream, to be completely honest with you. I'm sure there are martial arts people who are now calling for my head. But it doesn't matter because the ball's in the air and York has caught it.
Oh, great
and
catch.
we're running back. Have they switched sides, by the way?
Yes, they'll switch sides.
So we're currently
Number
on
10 out on the wing here for York. Throwing the
Ooh,
ball back in.
That was quite a good play. Number 9 kicks it off into York's half, but it is received by Lancaster's defender, who kicks it right back over.
There's been a lot of kicking today in all the games.
Yeah. And a York player who grabbed that ball went down almost instantly. It escapes that sort of ruck that we were talking about earlier. And we're currently
Another
up
kick.
in the air, and it's going... Oh, Lancaster's probably getting that.
Yeah, Lancaster
20 from
number
Lancaster
20.
on York's half the pitch. Picks that up. Does a nice little dodge. And, well, no, we're still on York's side, though. We've got someone with a speaker right next to us. So
Playing
if you can hear
bangers.
some tunes, that is why.
So penalty for York here.
Ooh.
I missed what it was for.
Number 8 taking this penalty, I think.
I think it's number 9. So he might be going for goal.
Ooh. Honestly, we both wear glasses, though, so...
We're squinting into the distance. And it's not easy to see when everything's kind of grey and muddy.
And there's lots of piles of men.
Yeah. Oh, so they're going for the scrum. Interesting call.
Ooh. Fascinating choice there. And it's like, yeah, that is number 9, you were correct.
Yeah.
So I can see the back of number 8 in the scrum.
So
that lovely tense moment where you can definitely see everything that is going on and know what's about to happen. Rugby is known for its predictability, of course.
Yes, obviously.
And the ball goes in the middle.
Scrum from York there.
What constitutes a great scrum?
If you go forwards, basically. If you push the other team back, and it helps if you win the ball.
That's also quite good, yeah, I've heard. Possession of the ball usually is the name of the game.
Yeah.
Except, no, this one's called rugby, but you know what I mean.
Maybe that could be the new sport you're inventing. It's called possession of the
ball. Also known as every single sport that has a ball, at least. And we're back in another sort of huddle. This
another
scrum. As well.
I think it's changed hands, so it's a Lancaster scrum this time. York penalty.
York penalty. I wonder why. Something about the scrum.
There are all
stability.
sorts of things that can go wrong in a scrum.
Yeah.
The scrum looked like it went straight down, so it could be.
So the structural integrity. Integrity. Okay. The structural integrity is not super advisable.
Was not on. So I think that.
Could you move that way? Sorry, we're just trying to get the partiers to move. Sorry, because we're on air at the moment. Right, we're going back into
it's a York scrum again. It just keeps changing hands.
They really want to get in this scrum.
It's a cold day. You just want to cuddle.
Yeah, you just want a little snuggle. And snuggle they are.
Not a great scrum, that one.
Oh, men down. Several men down.
York massively blown off their own scrum there.
Not the objective.
Another penalty. God, it's chaos.
It's penalty city today, it seems. You thought you were in Lancaster. No. And a gull flies above. He's not impressed with the situation. Oh. Somebody is absolutely screaming for a friend of theirs. We've got somebody with a GoPro on a
very long
selfie stick. A selfie stick if you are the BFG. That drone's gone as well. I imagine the wind is... I mean, it's not York wind by any means, but still.
Yeah.
Can't imagine this is great flying conditions. Not for a ball, not for a drone. But the seagull's fine, so...
Not sure whose line out it is. Lancaster, I think. Yeah.
Yep, Lancaster line out.
With the ball.
And it's up, but it's not thrown yet. We're waiting for some throw. Oh, that was a beautiful receive from 18 of Lancaster.
Oh, very quick off the line there, York.
Very well timed throw, and we're in a pile. Gotta love it.
Yet again.
Lancaster still in possession, but York trying to change that quite aggressively. Ooh, I personally wouldn't take that. Number 6 of York got like yanked with the back of his shirt to the floor.
Ooh.
That felt disrespectful.
A little bit off the ball.
Me personally. I've never played rugby. Can you tell?
You don't say.
What? I couldn't play rugby because I think I would just mouth off at the ref. Okay, we had a nice strong kick.
Oh, he's dropped
fumbled
it
by a York player,
backwards.
unfortunately. Number 12 goes down as well, goes down for his team. That's all right. There must be sacrifices sometimes.
Just and Lancaster turned it over. They picked it up.
Whoa!
And they're storming towards the try line.
Sprint, and they're making the try. They've made it.
Lancaster score.
That happened like a flash.
Great little pick
York
up there.
tried to catch up, but that player was not letting it go.
I think it might have been Lancaster 1, but I'm not certain on that.
What, as in a Lancaster try?
Yeah, as in Lancaster player. Number 1.
Oh, number 1. Okay, cool. We had some boos from York.
Yeah.
From the York audience rather than the players. I think that would have gotten them a nice reprimand from the ref otherwise. So now we're waiting on conversion.
That was another 5 for Lancaster. So another chance to get 2 more points on the board. So we must be up to 30 yards.
Ooh, let's find out. Well, it was 27 before, so it's now 32.
Yeah, there you go.
Let's see if they make a 34.
That maths degree coming in handy there. Can't add 5.
Yeah. Who needs the maths degree when we've got this wet field?
It's a weekend.
Yeah, exactly. I'm off the clock.
Yeah.
And on the mic. Off the clock and on the mic. New sports podcast coming soon. Hopefully not. For all of your sakes. Number 11 really tried that. I didn't realize you were allowed to run at the conversion kicker like that.
So as soon as the person taking the conversion moves forward to start kicking the ball, you're allowed to charge them down.
That was
just
quite
like you did there.
That was a good play from number 11 of York, and the conversion did not go through. Which means they only got the 5 points there.
Only the 5.
But they're still in the lead, so
very comfortably in the lead.
Yeah, quite.
York struggling a bit at rugby today. We've had a draw and 2 losses so far.
Well, sometimes you win some.
Sometimes you draw some.
And
sometimes
most
you
of the time
lose
you
some.
lose.
Yeah. Wow, 2 more rugby games tomorrow for anyone who wants to tune in. It is the first. Women's first team have beat Lancaster twice already this season, so hopefully it should be a good one.
Honestly, I've been advising all of my York friends, if you want to watch some teams win, and this is a controversial statement, so if you want to mute me, go ahead, but
watch the women's teams.
Win more.
They do.
The York women's team, they did not convert the kick, no. The York women's teams tend to be more successful in these Roses events I've seen.
Not really sure why, though. Bit of a weird one.
Well,
who knows?
Who knows? We're in a scrum in the centre. Post point there. And it's a Lancaster scrum. It's gone towards the front. Oh, it's
great tackle by number 9 there.
And we're already off to the sides. That's a big old pile up.
Oh, and the whistle's blown again. York penalty for holding on.
Woof. Oopsie daisy for the Lancaster player who did that.
Silly, silly man.
But it's all right. There's no way he's going for goal kick at this point, right?
No. Tap and go it will be.
Tap and go. There we are.
Truck it up down the middle.
Pummeled by a couple of Lancaster lads. Ball was still in hand for a second, but in order to avoid another penalty.
Ball to York 7. And another penalty.
To York or to Lanc?
To York. High tackle, I think.
Ooh. Don't want to be doing any of that.
No.
You will lose the ball very quickly.
Any tackle, sternum and up, can be penalised. Contact to the head is often a card.
Yeah, that would make sense. You don't want concussions.
No. This would be another tap and go.
Yes, indeed. And it goes straight to number 18, who barrels through some defenders before going down. We're sort of on the half line right now. I think.
It's difficult to tell from the position we're stood.
Throws over to 17, who immediately, once again, goes down. These Lancaster lads are not laying up. And it's so close. Is this the touchline that they're close to right now?
Yeah.
It's very, very close to the touchline. Oh, it's gone back towards the centre, though. there's a Lancaster player who's clearly not happy about the ref not calling something.
Throwing his arms up in the air. 13 there on a big
he just doesn't care,
run.
but he really does. Number 12 of Lancaster trying to pull that York player down. Did it successfully, but the ball has gone to the other touchline.
Bit too much sauce on that kick.
Bit too much sauce, that is what we always say. Number 21 running after that ball for a nice line out.
Yes. So this kick went out on the full, so it didn't bounce.
She's pregnant. Oh my gosh, she's expecting. Congratulations. And it's back. The wonders of human conception.
Trying to dry the ball off, I suspect. It's the position I play.
Trying to wipe off the aftermath of the ball. And we've thrown it in.
Oh,
we've
excellent from York there.
Yeah, number 18 get launched up in the air, just dislodged it off the tip of his fingers.
But it does remain in Lancaster possession.
But will it be for long?
Oh, another. A knock on here. So it'll be another scrum down Lancaster ball.
Oh, wowee. So the other two referees are the touch
judges.
Touch judges.
Or assistant referees, sometimes they're called.
With his valiant flag waving in the wind.
So yeah, for this match we've got one on either side.
Yeah. The scrum is currently being assembled. Sort of like the fable of the three little pigs. But will this house be made of straw, sticks, or bricks?
Well, we'll find out in just a second. Pretty solid one there from York. Lancaster just inching forward.
And Lancaster get possession.
Oh, epic tackle there.
Rough from number 15 Lancaster, just going down like a stone. I guess the house is made of bricks.
There we go.
And York are back in possession. We got a nice roar from the crowd there. I'm not sure who's in possession. Maybe the grass.
York, I believe. Right out on their own touchline, near their own goal line.
My goodness.
They want to get it out of here.
Oh, someone's being shaken by the shoulders. That felt personal.
Oh, so here we go. The nine's going to go for a box kick. There you go.
That was quite some airtime on that ball.
York will try and catch this.
Almost received by Lancaster.
Lancaster knocked on.
But number 10 grabs it, but I think the ref has called something here.
Yeah, knock on. So scrum down. York.
Another scrum, but for York this time.
Yeah.
They seem to be getting it out of the scrum quite quickly.
Yes. Usually best.
Yeah. You don't want it warming in the oven for too long.
Might overprove.
Oh, we've got a really nasty chant coming on from the crowd. I must apologise once again for the swearing that might be heard in the atmospheric mic. But, it's a sports game.
I like the way that someone's just put their postcode on a sign.
No, LA1 is the radio station, I believe.
Oh, that
Otherwise,
makes
that
more
would
sense.
be hilarious.
Just that postcode. Maybe I'll do that next year.
Dox yourself. I don't know. Depends on how rabid the fans are, isn't it?
Or maybe
Lancaster
the other
possession.
team.
Oh no. Number 18.
Oh, Lancaster storming towards the try line here.
Oh my goodness.
Number 4 making some good meters.
Throws it over. Oh, but the ball is fumbled.
10
and number
fumbled.
24 of Lancaster? Not Lancaster, of York. Number 20 and number 12 and number 21.
York penalty. Hands.
Number 21 has just shushed the crowds. Clearly some not so nice words were being said. Or he was shouting, he was shushing the haters. Either way. Number 16 and number 6 next to one another.
Oh, Lancaster captain getting a talking to here from the ref.
Uh-oh. Number 9 currently of York holding the ball. Got a nice little penalty kick here, I believe. Yeah, there it is. And it goes to the touch. quite safely in there. It's in the crowd again. Let's hope we get a nice tight turnaround on that ball. I wonder how much time is left on the score clock. I mean, again, if you are tuned into the TV, you will know these things. That's half of the fun of being a commentator, is you're not... Well, I mean, it depends on what you're commentating on and what your setup is, but we do not have that information. But I guess neither do the players, so in that way, we're sort of unified. Togetherness. And we've got a nice line out.
Oh,
but unfortunately, the timing just a bit off on that throw as well.
And we'll go back for the knock-on. Just came
York
forward.
Again, or is it Lancaster?
To York. So
York.
Just came forward out of a Lancaster hand.
Ooh, number 20 did a really nice toss-up of that ball. I mean, it wasn't in play, but still.
Just goofing around.
There is one specific crowd member who really hates York and really wants everybody to know about it.
Yeah.
I hope it makes them happy. I do. We've got a scrum going on at the moment.
Yeah.
York about to feed in. Did a little tap on the back there.
Yeah, just lets the hooker know you're putting it in.
Oh, number 10 grabs it.
All the way out
over
to 12. Out to 21. Nice little loop back there.
Oh, we've gone to the touchline.
Just
inside of it, actually. Number 11 passes to number 12.
With the ball
but
there.
Goes down.
On the
floor. Number 20, number 9, and number 18 of York piling onto that one Lancaster player who once again goes down after picking up that ball.
York
and we're throwing out of the formation. Lancaster currently in possession, but number 6
being dragged on his knees.
No, 6, it was 6. Number 6 of York just getting tangled up in the grass.
Tackle there from York 13, going to rip the ball off them.
Oh, somebody's tripped over somebody. Number 18 of Lancaster on the ground. A tripping hazard, some would say.
So scrum down, York ball.
Okay, then.
Lancaster knocked on.
Clearly, the ref didn't take very kindly to somebody sort of being a log on the field. Ooh, somebody's put a very strong foot from Lancaster down on the earth, which means a very strong foundation, I'd imagine. Scrum time. Just got a lovely comment from the crowd. You should have heard me earlier. You would not have liked that. All right, let's start the scrum.
Kind of struggling to regain possession of the ball.
It has been a little bit rough for them this half. They're losing a bit of morale. They're losing a bit of their sparkle. I imagine it's all the mud.
Yeah. And
number 6 breaks out of the scrum formation, but it doesn't matter because 7 has got in his grasp. He's being dragged to the floor by Lancaster's 4.
York just about still in possession of the ball. And they'll clear a kick from here.
Oh, that was
big, nice, long, low kick.
From number 10, but it goes to the touchline for Lancaster.
Made a good 20, 30 metres there.
That was impressive.
A nice kick.
They are just slowly inching towards York's side of the pitch.
Yeah. It gets tiring in games like this.
I can imagine.
Especially they're defending all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You tackle, you're on the floor, you have to get up. You tackle again, you're on the floor, you have to get up.
Cold,
you tackle
you're chilly,
again.
You're wet.
Yeah,
you just want a hug from your teammates.
Just want to cuddle, you know?
Just want to be loved. Got a nice little line out coming up right now from Lancaster.
Tricksy little
beautiful throw of the 19 player, but
not straight.
Not straight.
So in a line out,
in rugby,
I know, right? The ball has to go straight down the middle of the 2 players. So if it goes off to one side,
the angle's got to be right in it.
Yeah.
No perpendicular tackling. Got to go straight through, and now it's a scrum for York, setting up their structural integrity. It's 2 layers to a scrum.
3.
Is it 3? So I can only see the 2 from back here.
3 at the front, 4 in the next line, and then one little 8 at the back.
I see.
Yeah.
The emotional support 8 ball.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, we've got a sprinter.
Stunning.
Number 4 gets shut down by 20
but he's knocked it on.
And the ball is on the ground. We don't know who's in possession currently, but the ref has blown the whistle, it doesn't matter.
It'll be it's a knock-on, so it's York's ball.
York's possession. That was a really exciting moment. That could have been very, very dicey for York.
Yeah. Good cover tackle. Managed to knock the ball out of his hands.
20 was on it like a rocket.
And
it's scrum time. Oh, the gull is back. Slightly more impressed looking this time.
More of them.
There's more. Maybe it was a different gull. Sorry. Sorry, my best friend. All right, scrum time. It's everyone's favourite. And there's a nice little tap on the back of a York player.
Oh,
it
out
comes
quickly.
out the scrum immediately to number 5 to number 13, trying to find a little opening to run back.
Dancing round Lancaster players.
But it's not enough because there's another pile.
Eventually brought down. All the way out to 20.
Number 20, making a break for it.
Bumps off Lancaster
defenders.
Players.
Not defenders.
Defenders.
Oh, they are. Never mind. I should trust myself more
6.
often. Just kidding. Number 6.
He spots a gap. He does spot a gap.
But goes down thanks to number 21 from Lancaster and another number that I cannot currently see because he is facing me.
Number 20 to 1.
Of York. Oh, number 1's leg was up in the air.
Yeah, excellent tackle there from Lancaster.
I thought it was less of a tackle and more of a stretching move myself, but
just helping him out with those hamstrings, you know?
Exactly. It's important to stay warm, especially on these chilly days.
Sportsmanship.
We love to see it. Number 2 of York
picks and goes.
But
wrestled back.
Again, Lancaster just wants a cuddle. And that's okay.
Out to 15.
We all crave affection.
17. Tries to get the pass away, but can't.
Number 4 tries to bring the York player down, but it doesn't quite work out.
15.
15 to 13. They're just inching towards their side, but they're just not getting through.
They're going forwards, and then they're going back, and then they're going forwards again.
2 steps forwards.
1 step back.
And 1 swing around. 1 swing around another player.
Number 9 is
breakthrough, and we've got a beautiful kick.
Who's going to get there first?
Who's going to get it?
I think number 9's going to get it.
Oh!
9's got it!
And they've scored a try, I think.
Just waiting for the referee to confirm.
Yeah, that's a thumbs up. Which means 5 points to York. And we're going for the conversion.
That's a very gettable kick.
A fantastic example of finding your moment and going for it.
Yeah. All you need to do is spot a little gap.
And we've got the Yorkshire chant going on once again. They must be quite happy about that. But will it be enough? Time will tell.
Not sure how much time is left on the clock.
Yep. That's the fun part.
About 20 minutes, maybe? Maybe a little bit less. Guesstimating here.
Guesstimation. The commentator's favourite tool.
Some water and a tea on for number 9.
Oh, that's lovely. So nice little treat after that try.
Give him a little rest. Oh, it always sucks if you have to convert your own try.
Oh, no.
You've just run the length of the pitch. You don't get a rest. And then you've got to kick
it. Although I suppose there is quite a big lull between the actual kick, the try and the actual kick.
Yeah, you do get a couple of minutes.
Number 9, just finding his centre.
He's been on good form so far.
Let's see if we can get that.
Lancaster playing over the touchdown. Doesn't quite make it. Conversion goes through. So another 2 points.
Oh, that's the leopard print hair athlete that I admired earlier. I think that's number 7. No, it's not. It's 20-something. That's me done trying to guess numbers today, I think. They're just doing the York chant now. It's not even Yorkshire anymore.
Yorkshire.
Well, at least it didn't sound like it. Heavy on the lexical stress of that first syllable. Not so much on the second. And we're in Lancaster possession at the moment.
Yeah, Lancaster
I've given up on trying to figure out whose number that was earlier. Sorry. Watch the VODs. All right, what are we waiting for now? To be back on the centre, I'm imagining.
Poor knackered number 9 here, hanging out at the back.
Hands on his hips, trying to find his breath.
Get some air into his lungs.
A lot of anaerobic respiration going on today.
Yes.
I did GCSE biology.
I didn't.
Nice kick.
So you're doing better than me.
Received by number 18, but not quite caught.
Yeah.
A bounce off of that chest. And
so
the ball goes
forward
down.
By York first, so it'll be a Lancaster
penalty. Oh, it's a scrum. Okay. Oh, this Lancaster
very
crowd member
Lancaster
is really gobby today. Not sure why. Maybe they've been scorned by a member of the York team.
I think they're just high on their winning streak. They've won 2 on the bounce.
Yeah. Okay, we're setting up for the scrum once again. It's looking a bit sketchy at the back here. Don't know about this one. We'll find out. Yeah, I thought so.
There we go. No, just not quite stable, so we'll go for another scrum. Nothing penalisable. We'll just reset it.
Oh, that's a great word, penalisable. Lots of syllables. That's how you know it's...
difficult to say.
Yeah, exactly. Say that 5 times fast. I won't be. Whoa, number 6. Doing a very encouraging
hyping up his team
on the spine there.
Not sure that would encourage me.
No.
I think I'd just be like, ow.
Little tap from 21 of Lancaster feeding it in.
Oh, straight out to Lancaster.
Out.
Number 18 on the run.
Dragged down.
Oh, and it's been turned over.
And 20
Number 20
that
of
opportunity, but is tackled back down by another 20-something from Lancaster. 22, that is. Oh, there's 2 men on the floor.
Out to 17.
Number 10 of Lancaster throwing down another York player. And we're in the pile again. Oh, there's a Lancaster player who is screeching on this pitch.
15.
Number 15 does a beautiful kick.
Massive
it's probably going to go to the touchline. Yep, there it is.
Yeah, it goes out on the full.
Which means it is time for a nice...
Lancaster lineup.
There was a York player trying to reach for the ball for a second, and the Lancaster sort of did an around the world, which, once again, a little bit disrespectful, but quite funny. Number 6 of Lancaster taking this line out. Never mind.
Offloads off to his friend.
I think that's number 2.
Yeah, it probably will be. Captaining today, I believe, for Lancaster. Or he was earlier. The ref was having a chat with him.
Okay. We're ready. Let's hope this timing is right.
Oh, great throw into the line-out. And they formed a maul. They're going to try and rumble it up the pitch.
Oh, it's lovely to see team spirit here. Someone's shirt's almost off. It doesn't matter, though.
Oh, excellent little grubber kick in behind.
Oh,
not quite gathered by York.
There, but 14 picks up the slack. And it's almost at the touchline. Number 12 picks it back up and is running, but goes down once more. Who's in possession?
York still.
York still.
Number 8 running back into contact.
And the ref has blown the whistle.
I think he's got news from one of his touch judges.
I think there was a little bit of a kerfuffle on the other side whilst everybody else was scrabbling around for the ball.
A little bit of a kerfuffle. We love a kerfuffle.
The refs clearly don't. Oh, that crowd member.
They're really going for it.
Yeah. Well, maybe they'll lose their voice soon.
Oh, honestly, I'm getting there. Anyone that's been watching rugby all day is probably sick of my voice by now. This is my 3rd match I'm commentating on.
Well, we appreciate your effort. Goodness me. Nice little Yorkshire chant. Trying to bring them up a little bit, their energy. Except even the crowd has lost quite a bit of energy these days. Again, it's a little bit chilly.
It's getting late.
It's cloudy. It's overcast. It's been raining all day. They're standing in mud.
Yeah.
And York are losing. So, you know. Let's find out how this next bit's going to go. We are running out of time here, and I think York are quite conscious of that. They're running towards touch, which is interesting. I wonder what's happening here. We're just waiting on the ref's call. Oh, it looks like a penalty kick.
Yeah. They end up in a York penalty there.
It's a touch and go. Goes to 20.
Oh,
goes down
20
immediately. Dead. Oh, my goodness. That was a nasty one. Number 8's going for it, I believe, but it's sort of under his leg. Picked up by number 9, who does a beautiful kick over into York's half. Number 20 from Lancaster just fumbles that catch there, but picks it back up and is sprinting like a madman. Gets tackled by number 14 of York, but it goes back to Lancaster. 22 passing to, I'm not sure who that is, but it's been intercepted by York, so it doesn't actually matter. Oh, we're on the floor at the moment. Ref is calling something. And, I don't even know whose possession it is right now.
York in possession, I believe, yeah. There you go. Goes for a cheeky little chip in behind.
Number 9 doing a nice kick.
Lancaster back in
trying valiantly to get that away from the try line.
Being caught up by the York players.
Oh, goodness me. Could this be a point? We don't know. Well, it's a pile-up, that's for sure. And they begin with the same letter, so maybe there's potential. There's another P. My goodness me. You really have to like mud to get into this sport.
Yeah, you do.
A nice whistle blow from the ref. Whose penalty is it? Oh, there's a flag that went up, I think, which means it might have gone out. I'm not sure, but there's a York player who's got his arms up, so...
Yeah, honestly, can't really see what's happening.
Be an exchange?
Oh, yeah, so substitution coming on.
Interesting time to sub. I guess you're getting tired
there you go, number 9 for number 22. Thank you very much, Elena.
We've got a nice kick from Lancaster. It's going over to the touch zone, though. Oh, that might have gone right into a crowd
catch
member.
It, honestly.
Terrible form today. So, I say that as if I would have been able to catch it. I wouldn't.
So it'll be a Lancaster throw-in at the line out.
Number 2 again for the line out. Still on York's half of the pitch, which I'm imagining they can't be happy about. But let's see if they can turn this around. Let's see if they can rack up a few more points before the game is over.
So Lancaster in the lead currently, 32-18.
Ooh, that formation.
Maybe.
He ran forward, number 18, to try and support his teammate, and then he realised it was going to go long, ran back, caught it. Excellent stuff.
So York in possession.
Back in possession, but being tackled to the ground once more.
No, Lancaster penalty again.
Okay, then. Oh, it's a tricky one. At this point, if I were Lancaster, I would be just trying to run the clock down.
Yeah,
in
honestly.
Such a lead at the moment. That was a meaty kick to the touchline. Crowd once again failing to pick it up, but that's okay because it was quite fast.
Yeah,
that was a little bit frightened.
That was a difficult one. I'll give them that.
Okay, we're on Lancaster's half of the pitch, I think. Well, that's where the flag went up, but we'll see. Yeah, we're still in Lancaster's half. That spells bad news bears for York. See if number 2 can do anything with this throw. Well, if they've got number 18 on it, they might be in for something. But these York defenders do not let up. A little bit of communication going on there before the throw. The line out specifically, sorry.
Taking a very long time to throw into this line out.
He's really thinking about it. Oh,
and they go up to the middle, and they're mauling again.
Jeez, that's a rough one. Oh, they're really making some headway.
Yeah,
I believe they're supposed to really go forwards and back rather than side to side.
Going sideways
maybe they're trying a new crab tactic.
You never know.
Only time will tell. Oh, and they go
gone down.
A beautiful whistle from the ref, which would be music to my ears if I was on the ground. I quite like my bones intact, personally, which is why I'm on this side of the pitch rather than playing. Also because I'm bad at sports, so... Well, here we are. I think it's York's feed in for a scrum.
Yeah, York scrum here.
Oh, look at me. Fast learner.
Yeah, getting it.
Commentating is a sport for wafflers, and I am Belgian. Right. Let's figure out, is the structural integrity of the scrum going to be good enough?
It looks
Let's
pretty
hope so.
good.
Yeah. All right. Feed in, little tap, and we're off. Oh, that came out quite quickly, but Lancaster jumped on it. Number 21 on the ground, valiantly protecting that ball, but it goes out.
To 5.
Who has it? 5 of Lancaster, trying to hold on to it. Succeeding. We're still in Lancaster possession at the moment, and they are inching closer to that try line. York are getting panicked, but he breaks out of that weird little ruck that was going on there.
York in possession! York in possession!
There's shouting, there's yelling, but number 2 of York has it. But he gets tackled to the ground, but throws it out to 21. 21 does not really have a window here. Goes down as well, trying to pass it to another teammate. Oh, it goes to number 8, who tries to break through once again. They are just a wall. They are a wall, and they go down once more. It's going back.
15 clears the kick. Fielded excellently by the Lancaster
from
player.
Mr. Leopard print over there. Oh, that was a rough tackle from the York player, and it goes 11. Out from the touch zone. Oh, from start to finish.
In Spain?
All right.
They might do an interview.
Let's find out who's coming out on top.
Well, Lancaster.
Make your guesses now.
York line out.
It's a York line out. But we're on Lancaster's half, so anything can happen.
Yeah. Can't be much long. Can't be much longer of the match left.
No, it's really down to the wire. Ooh, number 5 jumps quite early.
Oh,
but number 18 goes back up and he gets it.
Oh, and
but
ball
it's
knocked
sort of gone
on.
down. Ooh.
So it'll be York possession again.
There's a lovely pile happening here. Oh, it looks like number
York
18
on the run. York on the
running after
run.
number 2 of York, who unfortunately loses control of the ball a bit, but I think it's still in York's possession. Oh, there was a kick from Lancaster's 21.
I think the ref has said time. I suspect the ref has said time over.
Oh my goodness!
I think he was trying to kick it out.
This is the last play.
Yeah. So as soon as
Lancaster
the ball goes dead,
are just running the clock down. Number 18. Number 18's down on the ground. Probably going to have a little snooze.
Lancaster's trying to go for another try.
Breaking for that try, which would be insult to injury, and quite honestly might make it. What a madman. No, the York lads are not having it. Although
they're exhausted.
Yet another throwback. Number 11 of York valiantly trying to tackle down, and they're sprinting, and they're going for another try, and they made it. And if there's one thing Lancaster know how to do, it's add points to the score at the very end to make it soarer. Salt in the wounds. 5 more for Lancaster. 5 more for Lancaster, which means 1 trusty conversion kick, and the game is over.
37? 18? Question mark.
37-18. Oh, rough one. Right.
Conversion pending. So opportunity to get 2 more points for Lancaster.
Got some water
here.
bottles out on the field.
And I suspect that will be the final play.
Yeah.
But no promises.
If there's some sort of penalty-able offence, would it go to penalty or no? Not at this point, right?
Well, it depends if time is up. If time is up now, as soon as he kicks that penalty,
then it's the end.
Then it'll be the end.
Yeah.
But if they've still got time left, they'll kick off.
Oh my goodness. And the York lot are lining up behind the goal post. And the conversion goes through. That's another 2 points.
And time is over.
And that is time. And with a score of 39-18 for Lancaster.
We think? Yeah, 39-18.
39-18.
Lancaster.
Quite a large victory. And well-deserved. Both teams played incredibly well. Incredibly muddy. Incredibly affectionate. And incredibly entertaining. This has been the York's men's second, except
they seem to be going for another kickoff.
What?
Question mark?
Plot twist. Plot twist, we were wrong, folks.
Apparently there are more.
There's another ball in play. Number 10 kicks it to York's half.
Fielded by Lancaster well.
Lancaster really...
Little dummy and go.
There's no way they're actually going to go for another try. Oh my God.
Might as well, right?
Yeah, exactly. That is the name of the game.
And they've kicked it.
And Leopard Boy is running... I really shouldn't call him Leopard Boy, that's quite rude. Number 14 of York picks that ball back up.
Storming down the wing.
Throwing it back down. Not throwing it back down. Throwing it back to another player who goes down. Oh, let's see. That was the ref's whistle. Are we going to a scrum? Are we going to a penalty kick?
Yeah, scrum down York ball.
Scrum down York ball, which means Lancaster did a naughty. Tut, tut, tut. I love this little moment between the ref's whistle and the setup for the scrum. It's great to see what sort of everyone's headspace is before they go into the ultimate cuddle.
The ultimate cuddle. That's such a way of describing it.
It certainly is one of the ways that you could describe it. Yeah. York with the feed in, just waiting for the beams of support to be in place before wallpapering, and it's in the middle. Oh, this metaphor's getting quite mixed, and the ref has blown the whistle.
Not sure what for.
Has done
Scrum collapsed.
Yeah, it looks like it. Okay, we're waiting for a reformation, potentially. The ref is picking his favourite spot on the pitch to have these boys go down once more.
Just moving to a slightly grassier bit where you might actually be able to get your studs in the floor.
What a shocking thought, being able to get traction.
I know, right?
On the pitch that you're playing on.
In this weather, you'll be lucky.
So. All right, setting up for another scrum. They've been hot and fast this game. And the feed-in has gone.
Ball's in.
Oh, not
ball's
so
been
hot, not so
fumbled by
fast
the
this
8.
time. And another whistle blow.
So we'll
it
have
might be a
another
third scrum.
But Lancaster's ball this time, I think.
Although there was a
Just for a
Lancaster player
change.
not looking pleased, so...
Yeah. Lancaster ball, just for a change.
We're just switching things up, keeping it interesting. All right, straw, sticks, or bricks? Votes in. How quickly is this scrum going to collapse?
There's not been going brilliantly for York so far.
All right, we're just waiting on that feed in. Oh, there's a Lancaster player who's really trying to hype up I believe is it the crowd?
Yeah, I think so.
He's trying to warm them up.
Just anyone.
Since everybody is sort of dead currently.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of tired people.
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine how tired the athletes are. And
that is final whistle.
That looks like time.
The Lancaster,
and you can tell because the Lancaster
onto the
crowd are once again running onto the pitch. Such a brave move from these people because that mud is treacherous.
Yeah.
Just ask my socks. Oh, goodness me.
Final score, 39-18 to Lancaster.
Well, I mean, we were correct. We were just early.
Yeah, there you go.
Being correct and early isn't the worst two things in the world. Once again, valiant effort for... effort? Yeah, whatever. Valiant effort for both teams. Unfortunately, Lancaster just kept taking advantage of those little tiny gaps in the wall, and they came out successful. Hopefully now we can get a little cheeky interview, but they might be a bit too raucous for us, so once again, only time will tell.
I've got to run. So
we've got. Thank you so much. Can you introduce yourself?
You
say you are.
My name's Evie Potter.
Thank you very much, Evie.
I will be playing for the One's rugby union women's team tomorrow. So please tune in.
Yeah.
Kickoffs at 2.
Kickoffs at 2 p.m. tomorrow. Thank you so much, Evie, for your valuable contributions here, and you're just back with me. Oh, no, I was just like. So I don't know whether or not I'm waiting for an interview. Okay, we're going to try. We're going to try, which means I get to stall now. Yay! Yippee! Lucky for you guys. There were no flares. I think they've run out of flares now. Kind of a sad day. Is it faded down? Okay. Ooh, we're figuring out things. We're figuring out angles. I feel like we need a specific player who runs, not player, but a specific crew member who runs and accosts the players for an interview. 39-18 to Lancaster. Oh, goodness me. It's been a rough day. It's been a rough day for York. But not in vain. I think there's been some really excellent playing today. I've only seen a little bit, to be completely honest. A very small fraction. It's quite difficult to it's impossible to watch every single game at Roses simultaneously. You'd have to be in a panopticon, probably, and even then. Humans only have 2 eyes, I've been told, so. And we've got a nice sort of group celebration that's going on here. It looks like it's not just Lancaster players, but maybe even York as well. Love to see a little bit of solidarity. Oh, we've got a player who's broken off, this is Lancaster, who is thanking the refs. Excellent form. Number 10 from Lancaster there. Sorry, I was sort of trying to figure out how long this XLR cable is. Not very long, it doesn't look like, unfortunately. But again, we're going to try and poach a couple of players off. Ooh. I love this bit. It's windy, I'm standing, it's awkward, I have nothing to comment on. It's just me and my thoughts. And you. My hapless victims. Oh, everyone's packing down as well, it's quite gorgeous. It's nice watching everybody sort of scurry away. Hopefully to warmer rooms, warmer places. Let's find out if our producers have been successful in wrangling an athlete for me to question unceasingly until, someone tells me it's enough. Oh no, there's a camera on me. I just realised that. I've been shuffling on my feet. Now you get to put a face to a name. Oh yeah, I haven't introduced myself. I'm Elliot Kwabner. You see him pronouns. I'm a second-year sound engineering student from York, and I know nothing about rugby, which I've said already. But I learned quite a lot today, so I want to thank both teams for that. Ooh, some champers going on in the Lancaster circle. I mean, it would be kind of weird if the York circle were setting off some champagne, but you know what? Commiseratory champagne is probably the same flavour, so I respect it. I don't actually know where the York players have gone. I'll be completely honest with you. They might all be behind the Lancaster players, but that seems unlikely. There's lots of people in suits on the field. Once again, just waiting. We're deliberating who we're going to try and kidnap from their team. Oh. Ooh, we've got some athletes walking towards us. And we've got somebody running towards them to accost. Yes! The tactics are working. Hopefully I will have someone to talk to soon. Who might be sweaty and out of breath. Well, will definitely be sweaty and out of breath, and probably muddy. That's just the perils of the game. Someone looks like they've got like a table tennis ball. Or something. Maybe it's an inhaler, actually. Honestly, I wouldn't be shocked. I would not be shocked. Again, with all these flares, the air quality is plummeted in Lancaster. Some nice rounds of applause coming from the crowd. Well, the very thinning crowd at this point. And once again, we are just waiting for an athlete to slowly come towards us. Somebody with a... I was about to call it a vuvuzela, but that's a South African word, so I don't think that's what they call it in England. But, you know, one of those horn things that they play at football games usually. Oh, I had an athlete walking towards me, and then he walked away. This is so sad. Goodness me. Nobody wants to talk to little old me. I wonder why. They're all very tired. Oh, goodness. Let's find out if we've managed to wrangle anybody. I think they're trying to do post-game photos, which means it's just, once again, you and me for a bit. I wonder what the go-to sort of facial expression for a post-match photo is. I guess it depends on whether you win or lose or draw. It's probably a lot of roaring, potentially. Some thumbs up. I don't know. I don't know what athletes tend to do. Not really my area of expertise. They're getting a nice little formation going right now. Oh no, it's not even a picture. They're putting... What are they doing? They're like lined up on either side and letting the York players walk through, clapping, which is really nice. It's a nice display of sportsmanship at the end, especially given all of the trash talking that undoubtedly happened on the pitch right before. Oh, they're hip hip hooray. Oh, that's really nice, isn't it? That's lovely. Oh, goodness me. Nice celebratory scream from number 18. Played a very, very good match today. Number 18 of Lancaster, that is. I thought someone was running towards me for an interview. I got really excited. And now they're going for photos. Okay, this is making sense. I'd feel like gesturing to one of these players and being like, come over here. But there's a player that's walking off, so... Oh no, they're taking a picture. Everybody's taking pictures. All of the photographers get... The video people get the more luxurious treatment, I would say. Mostly because they get to sort of see the action, show you the action. Whereas I have to describe it to you, and I don't know if I've been doing a very good job of that, so... Only time will tell. I will be watching this back later on tonight and probably cringing. Oh, they're taking a lovely photo now. Underneath the goalpost. Oh, and they exploded another bottle of champagne. I don't understand why you would want to get more wet in this weather. But, you know, whatever works for you. I'm not sure what they are chanting, actually, but it might not be repeatable, so maybe it's for the best. Okay, once again, there are people walking towards me. I'm probably going to get baited again. Wouldn't be shocked. Oh, okay. Someone might have got someone. Time will tell, as always. Oh, there's a lot of mud coming off this pitch. A lot of mud. Some really happy Lancaster players. Oh, goodness me. Oh, there's someone in a lovely print shirt. Not quite weather appropriate, I would say. Wow, okay, people are jumping on one another really close to the very expensive camera, which is quite frightening. I wonder if we successfully got a player for interview or not. Oh, he's doing a little walk, doing a funky little dance there. Is that number 6? Yeah. Good moves, good playing. Nice combo. Number 2. Number 2 being congratulated by, I believe, the parents for game well played. Oh, there's people around the camera again. Always gets me a little bit nervous. Just a little bit. And people are tripping over cables. Business as usual. Oh, goodness gracious me. Help. Oh, I've just seen someone take off their trousers. That's a new one. I've only really seen shirts. But I got a full face of something that I don't think I should have seen. The perils. Oh, someone just walks in front of the camera as well. Beautiful. Oh, goodness gracious. I don't know how many times I've said goodness gracious in the past, 2 minutes. You'll have to forgive me. I'm sort of running out of things to say. I'm rapidly losing hope, folks. We'll find out. I keep remembering I'm on camera. Oh no. Just because I've sort of been swaying from side to side because I forgot. Okay, we've got the York clock coming off the pitch now. I don't know if we're getting any interviewees from here, but I might just wave the microphone, see if anybody's interested. Let's see. Oh, and we've got some limping off the pitch as well. Some really hard fought battles on this pitch tonight. Not tonight, this afternoon, today. Any of those words work. Oh, we've got people. Oh, and we've got a player who walked in front of the camera. You get a nice little bit of action there. Number 16 of Lancaster. Didn't see a lot from him this game. At least I don't think I did, but I'm not entirely sure. I think they're calling the players back onto the field just to add insult to injury for me. And, oh no, it literally is a vuvuzela because it's got a South African flag on it. Wow. Love it. Love it when my my ramblings are correct, I guess. We're not doing the interview. Okay, well, sorry everybody. Interview is cancelled. You got to see my outfit though. Yay! Thanks for tuning in. This has been Men's Second. I've got a vuvuzela on my right. It's very loud. Second day of roses.